Welcome back. You watch Morning Live. Don't forget, of course, every week we bring you the Art Bulletin, and this week it's no different. Here's Tumi Sedumedi.
It's a very good morning to you and welcome to this edition of the Art Bulletin. It's coming to you from the UJ Arts Gallery, which is based inside their Kingsway campus in Johannesburg. Tumi Sedumedi, and thank you so very much for always staying with us. The 10th annual Standard Bank Past Lecture is set to take place on the 16th of October. It will take place at its traditional home, which is the Witsgreat Hall in Braamfontein. American paleo artist John A. Gertsch, who's known for his sculptures, paintings and sketches on prehistoric life, will deliver a lecture titled The Ancestral Connection, Portraits of Our Prehistoric Human Family.
He is one of the best, if not the best, artists in the world who combines scientific and forensic data to produce lifelike depictions of what our ancestors look like, both in the form of sculptures and also drawings. Well, what the Origin Sciences does and what PAST has been doing with Standard Bank now through these lectures is to introduce people to their very ancient ancestors. And these are the ones who tie us all together, regardless of background and belief. The lecture will be on Thursday, October 16th, 6:30 at the Witsgreat Hall.
Austrian-based dance organization, the European Star Dance Union, is currently looking for 2 South Africans who can represent the country at the ESDU World Championships set to take place in Croatia. The audition process closed yesterday at the Artscape in Cape Town. Here's an update on the search.
It is really important that the ESDU is in South Africa right now because here is a community of about 50,000 dancers from around the world, and to be part of that community really opens a lot of opportunities for dancers locally, and just means that we have a platform to showcase what South African dancers have to offer to the international dance community. It means that, you know, as producers and dance companies around the world scout for talent, Africa and South Africa can be considered as a place and as a hub for talent. The South African dance qualifiers for the ESDU 2015 World Dance Tournament recently took place in Johannesburg on the 3rd and 4th, and in Cape Town for the first time on the 11th of October, of course just yesterday, where we saw immense talent right here in South Africa. You know, so it's really been exciting to see the level of standard of dancers that came out to showcase that talent, and we do hope that they'll represent us brilliantly at the World Dance Tournaments 2015.
Liquid, grabbing, and almost perfect are some of the words you can use to describe Robert Hamlin's work. And in his latest exhibition titled The Colony, which opened this week right here at the UJ Arts Center, he shows us phase 2 of this collection, which he also calls Occupy.
Why would I shoot a lot of water and call it The Colony? And I think it's because you'll see in a lot of the work there's like a line between the ocean and the water where I'm shooting. And it's because I shot in a tidal pool. And I think that's what humans do. We draw a line in nature, and then we colonize a space inside of nature. We go, this is where we're doing our thing. And so yes, I use the pool and the circle of it as a metaphor. I'm always looking at masculinities and at power and how that works. So I think to put that idea next to the softness of water, but water can also be powerful, playing with ideas like that. This was a lot of work. It took me a year to do. I had to go to that water nearly every day. And the significance of the amount of photos is 260. So I had to go there for 260 days at the very least to get 260 different photographs. And then of course I think what's most important is that one man cannot put up an exhibition like this. I needed a lot of support. And I had so many people helping me, writing for me, helping me curate, saying, no, that's a good one, no, that's a bad one. And here at the gallery, sure, I used 5 people to put this thing up.
Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa has suspended his Director General Sbusiso Xaba. Report says the Auditor General's latest report, which shows that the department is still largely failing in key areas, prompted the suspension.
According to a statement by Minister Nathi Mthethwa, a forensic investigation on irregular expenditure and non-adherence to procedure will be undertaken. Mthethwa says he has decided to launch a forensic investigation into the findings, and Xaba will be on suspension until the investigation is finalized. The Auditor General recently released a qualified audit report covering the 2013-2014 financial year. Mthethwa says the Auditor General's latest report is frankly a matter of deep concern, as it shows that the department is still largely failing in key areas. The Minister's Special Advisor, Vuyo Jack, was appointed Acting Director.
Some of South Africa's best acoustic musicians will perform songs from the 1960s and the 1970s at the next edition of the Retrofest, set to take place at the Narok Sculpture Park out in the Cradle of Humankind. On the lineup, Khan Mobi, Albert Frost and Michael Lohman.
Retrofest number 2, in association with Minnie, we're going to be back in the Cradle of Humankind at the Narok Sculpture Park. We've got another fantastic lineup of artists, including Khan Mobi, frontman from the Parlotones, Albert Frost, Frankie Beagle, reggae legends, Tidal Waves, Shotgun Tory, Michael Lohman, and a few more. So it's going to be a beautiful day out in the country. We're looking to celebrate songs that change the world. So we're looking at songs specifically from the 60s and 70s generation. So all of these are original artists, and they'll perform exclusively cover songs from the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, The Doors, Janis Joplin, and all those heroes of the past. We're looking to incorporate a lot more collaboration between the artists this time around, and a few other surprises with some guest instrumentalists as well.
It's a series of mini documentaries in conversation with young creatives and entrepreneurs who are changing the face and reputation of Johannesburg's inner city. That's Josie Influenza, which explores the constant search for individuality, which has resulted in a movement of people who are defining their own voices.
What influenced it is the movement that's going on downtown right now, specifically in the city of Johannesburg, where all the kids are like taking a stance and saying we're taking the city back and we're doing things our way. Because for a very long time, years ago, we've always wanted to be American, you know, yeah, my man. And there's still a lot of that influence, but right now we're taking back our own culture, our own heritage, and doing things our way. And that's what really influenced it, and that's what we wanted to expose. Even though they're already doing a great job exposing it, you know, we just wanted to be a part of that.
All the people that feature in the films are good friends of ours, and that's why it was so easy to make it. It was a very organic process. We weren't putting anybody out. I guess just giving people an opportunity to impress me, my friends, you know what I mean? People that I've known for a long time and people that I've respected, and then pressing record and wiping the slate clean and giving it our friendship another like life, you know what I mean? The dynamic between a person in front of the camera and behind the camera is, you know, a very set kind of way of relating. And when I talk to my friends in that way, it was just kind of like nice, it was refreshing.
Well, the documentary is split into 3 parts. There's the what inspires you, and there's the city, the one about the city, and one about politics. So we wanted to actually give like each segment specific attention, you know. And we found that if we were going to make it just one thing, people don't want to watch it, but there were certain parts that you're going to miss, and then once you and on the other section, you've forgotten what you've heard on the first section.
You know that the fashion industry here at home is getting bigger, better and stronger when you hear that the Vukani Fashion Awards are turning 20 years old this year. And leading up to the main ceremony where 20 finalists will battle it out, a series of events that include exhibitions, workshops and keynote addresses will take place in various venues in Johannesburg between the 14th and the 19th of October.
We had a road shows whereby in these road shows we go out into the FET institutions, we go out to universities and colleges, and then look for these young and upcoming designers and trying to make them, to give them a theme. And our theme for this year was a beautiful theme that says, we have a story. As you know that this is the 20 years of our Vukani Fashion Hour, so we gave them that opportunity to come into the mainstream. The awards actually are starting from the 14th until the 18th of October. They are going to be at the Shine Studios in Braamfontein. All the young people that want to get involved into the business of fashion, and especially those that want to know, we have got an array of workshops. They must come in. The workshops are for 3 days, which is the FP&M workshops. They will be taking place from the 15th. They are half a day You don't be there for the whole day, 15th, 16th, and 17th.
Vuyani Dance Theatre Artistic Director Luyanda Sidiya's work titled Umnikelo is heading to the 2014 Fall for Dance Festival, which takes place in New York later this month. Among the many influential dance companies that feature at this festival, the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theatre and San Francisco Ballet.
Umnikelo is a piece that is about our spirituality, connection with who we are as human beings. It has nothing to do with religious, but it has everything to do with connecting with the higher power and giving thanks for who we are and what we have in our midst. And also it touched base on our traditions as South Africans. It was inspired firstly by the people that I work with, the dancers, and how much they offer themselves to the space, to the cause, and what they do. And being proud of who you are and offer yourself. It was also inspired by love that we share as colleagues, as friends, as lovers. So it's basically the offering of oneself, whether to the higher form or to the next person. It is quite great for me to be part of the Fall for Dance Festival in New York, in a sense that I'm breaking new grounds. I've had my work in Europe, I've had my work in the UK, and this is the first time that I will be presenting my work in the USA. And I know that it's quite a different type of audience from the European audience, but I'm looking forward to it because I believe this is the beginning of great things.
And that's the Art Bulletin story for today, coming to you from the UJ Arts Gallery out at their Kingsway campus in Johannesburg. For more on this stunning exhibition, you can always visit www.uj.ac.za. To keep in touch with us, you can always tweet at Morning Live SABC, #the Art Bulletin. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.